Yo, what it do after 77 technical difficulties? We back again for Grounded Show, episode 111. Your boy
111 is going
Les,
great.
your boy Joe Fernese, and Quincy Jamal. What it do, baby?
Sir.
Not much, man. Trying to get over this cold or whatever this is, man. They got me, dog.
Been fighting it, huh?
Yeah, man.
You got that bully from the Mucinex commercials just setting up corners in your body, you know what I'm saying? Like they run blocks, like in your small intestine. And you need to get that Mucinex punch buddy right in the face.
I had that John like 2 weeks ago. Definitely took me out for a few days.
Yo, it's crazy like how disrespectful that Mucinex little cartoon is, because it's like there's people that look like that, you know what I'm saying? You just made that the like representation
of a germ.
Yeah, like a dirty germ, like slimy skis ball, and it's just like a normal everyday American build, you know what I mean?
Definitely looked like his name was Frank.
Yeah, facts. Frank the Tank, for sure his nickname is the Tank. But yeah, man, so I went like on a rabbit hole of like a couple different random things. So let's start with like a little bit lighthearted one. Have y'all seen the chill guy memes?
Mm-mm.
No,
You haven't seen that? It might be a little more in TikTok than like Instagram and stuff. But it's a little caricature of a guy with his hands in his pocket. Kind of looks like Arthur. From what I understand, it's like an original drawing of a guy, of some artist that he just shared it like, oh, this is, this character that I made. He's just a chill guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, okay. I've seen it going around.
and then there's like a really like calming type of like music that they put behind it. It's like just like a little simple riff that's really just lighthearted and airy, and it has like kind of like nature sounds in it. And the idea of it is like they'll just write something like, when my girl gets mad at me because I've been in the bathroom for an hour, but I'm just a chill guy with stomach problems. You know what I mean? Like it's just like mad simple stuff like that. Like when I've been waiting, for my girl for an hour and she's rushing me now to put my shoes on, but I'm just a chill guy. Like it's so, bro. It like hit like a little corner of like the internet, and like they just got a whole bunch of them, and it was just like so funny to me, and the way it caught on, and it's so funny because even one of them was like, when you send it to one of your homies and he says he don't get it, but it's because he's not a chill guy. It's just funny like how the little pockets of the internet, like you find these little videos and these things, and like you read the comments and so many people are like relating and reacting to it. And then there's like other people that are like, I don't get this. This is so annoying and stupid. You know what I mean? It's like crazy how like how similar people are, but then it's like they're so different too. Like that rule of like 6 people like it, 6 people don't, the other 4 don't care about it, something along those lines. But it's just basically that idea, like the way those numbers always add up is just so interesting to me.
It's funny because I just Googled the chill guy meme and it came up, and I've seen people dropping the little dog thing in the chats like randomly. So it's funny. Like I had no idea that was what that was.
Yep. It's just a chill guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen one. The one that I reposted was the chill guy, and then they made like a chill girl version. And then it was like when people ask why me and my wife don't like to go out, but we're just chill guys that like to stay home. That was the perfect one.
Yo, you gotta send me that one. That's definitely me and Robin, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's the chill guy meme, man. If y'all ever get a moment just to go down that rabbit hole, it's a nice little heartwarming trend. You know what I mean? So shout out to the chill guy meme, shining the light in the internet at a dark time.
When your team lets you down, but you're just a chill guy, so you watch them again next Sunday.
Bruh, the chill guy, dog.
It was the Bears meme with the meme with the Bears cap on.
Yeah,
that's funny, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And another thing I've been seeing a lot now is all these athletes doing the Trump dance.
Yeah, I've been seeing that
in the end zone after they win fights.
The UFC fight, yeah.
It's like, bro, after the election, the tone is just going like everybody's like, oh, so we're all out now, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just ride with it now.
Let it be known.
I feel like it has died down on social media a little bit, though.
No, it definitely has. I think something that I've been hearing a lot, that a lot of pundits and people have been talking about, is just how much the Democratic Party has just been failing as a whole in recent years, and
Hmm.
them having to kind of like look and analyze and kind of restructure how they're going to be moving forward.
Hmm.
And I definitely agree with that, just from the outside looking in, like looking at both sides, looking at how things have been going. It was definitely a big miscalculation, and they definitely got to retool the deck, because this I feel like like a lot of people are just tired of feeling like they're supposed to worry about stuff that they didn't have to worry about before, when their basic needs aren't being met. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I feel like that's what resonated with most people, and kind of just took over like in a big swell.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know that a big part of that too is kind of just the assumption that people were going to just ride against Trump. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
seemed
yeah,
like that was
and
almost like,
anybody but Trump wave.
yeah,
They thought
they,
that they could ride that like till the wheels
yeah,
fall off type
Hmm.
thing.
yeah, because people were saying from before Kamala was the primary candidate that hey, we should have a, what do you call it when you have like a bunch of representatives come out and speak? I can't remember what it's called. We haven't had one in
Debate.
so long.
Oh yeah, the primary,
The primary,
the
yeah,
Democratic primary. Yeah,
yeah, and but we didn't have that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They were just like, we're gonna give it to old Joe, and then that's when he dropped off, and it's like, oh, we're just gonna give it to Kamala. Y'all not giving
yeah,
people nobody to really root for. You know what I'm saying?
yep. Definitely, and yeah, it's just funny how things are kind of shaping out with that kind of landscape, and it's gonna be interesting to see how it all kind of like just the fallout of everything and how things change. And there's a lot of active plans, you know, for the beginning of the new term for Trump. So it's gonna definitely be a lot of movement and change going on, like
You
from
got
every
Linda
level.
McMahon in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. I thought it was, well, not interesting because we know why, because Vince McMahon is going through all these allegations and stuff. But they dropped today, basically like they leaked that they're separated. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, okay.
they're not divorced yet, but they're separated. So it was like they announced that, and right away it was like, hey, just so y'all know, she's not standing behind this dude. Thought it
Hmm.
was kind of interesting. Even though there's like a rumor going around that Trump, I mean Vince McMahon donated a lot to Trump and was involved in the campaign with the hopes that when Trump gets into office, he can help him with the case that he has and all those legal
Okay.
issues. That's just like a little rumor going around, but definitely was interesting with the way things have been developing.
Yeah.
I saw
But
this
yeah, man.
funny meme someone posted, and there was a picture of Donald Trump and Linda McMahon, and it said 100% of the people in this picture got Stone Cold stunned. I was
They're
like,
in
that's
the
very true.
Yeah, he's a WWE Hall of Famer too. He's the first WWE Hall of Famer to be president.
For real, Trump, they made him a
Yeah,
Hall of Famer?
he got
Oh, damn, I
inducted
didn't
into
know.
the WWE Hall of Fame.
That's
That's,
crazy. Yo, this
yeah.
man is living the greatest life.
Yo, facts. He
We're going to give him GOAT
one
status.
thing you can't like dispute, regardless of how you feel about him, when he says that he's like the embodiment of the American dream and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he ain't lying, bro, because he really
Yeah,
took this
for
thing by
real,
the
though.
throat and became the president, bro. Like
Right.
that's a literal representation of what you could do in America, bro.
Without any politic like experience,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is the craziest part about it. Is like there's people that literally, go their whole lives for that one opportunity, and this man just said, "Yeah, yeah,
I mean, look at Joe Biden, bro. He was aspiring to be president, and he kept trying until he was in his
kept
70s,
trying."
bro. Like, just kept going, kept going, kept going. This dude did not give up, bro. And it took him a
Mhm.
whole life of political service to get it. And it was even on some like random
Yeah.
stuff that he, you know what I mean? Like, it was like kind of circumstantial that he even got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
I
just
feel like
funny.
our last three presidencies have just been in response from the ones prior. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
It's not like we're electing
Yeah,
because we
it's
want this
definitely been
person.
a back and forth the last, like, I would say like 20 years or so.
Hmm.
It's just been a flipping back and forth, definitely.
Hmm.
But yeah, man. I want to get into a little bit the Jake Paul fight, because you mentioned something about it, Quincy, that kind of got my brain going a little bit. But you were seeing some stuff online that people were talking about if it was rigged or not.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of, obviously, with everything, there's always the conspiracies nowadays. People always overanalyze and stuff. But, the thing that I personally found interesting, like, don't get me wrong, with Mike Tyson being up in age, of course, I didn't expect him to not gas out. You know what I mean? I expected that to happen. But I will say that the Mike Tyson that we saw in the videos to hype the fight up, the trailers, was not the Mike Tyson we saw in that ring. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that I'm not taking anything away from Jake Paul because, of course, you know what I'm saying. He can move a lot faster than the people that Mike's training with. You know what I'm saying. So it's not like he's hitting a sitting target, but at the same time, like it just wasn't the same Mike Tyson that we were watching in those videos, hyping the fight up.
Yeah. I did see some of that, and I've seen some like little videos that they've slow mode or red lips and stuff, and
Yeah,
they're like making assumptions off that. There's honestly a lot of ways you could go about dissecting that because there's just so many angles, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was, they were saying supposedly there was a clause, no uppercuts. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like basically, it was just an exhibition masquerading a regular bout.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Which was another thing, like them even sanctioning this fight the way they did was already from the beginning like, are y'all serious right now? Like this is
right,
kind of crazy, especially with what Mike Tyson just went through. How they approved it even after that
yeah,
doesn't make any sense, bro. But it definitely got me thinking just from the point of view of like, okay, the situation happened the way it did. Jake Paul won. What next? Like, what is he really trying to do? Obviously, if the big money fights are there, you're gonna go for the big money. Why fight Joe Schmo that has a average professional record, but probably could beat you just because he has the experience in a real way? Why fight him for little bit amount of money, destroy your reputation when you can do the things that he's been doing? Making millions and millions of dollars in these fights, the revenue that he's generating for the fighters, the paydays that he's giving the fighters, the look that he's giving the fighters that he's putting on his cards. Like I could understand him just continuing this path and never really quote unquote proving that he's a real boxer. Because I mean, it's kind of like you can go and do the real thing and have a bad time and probably not last as long, or you can do it this way and take it to $1 billion.
yeah. Facts. I agree with that. I think that, but it's also it kind of goes to the same point that people always complain about stuff, but then entertain it. You know what I mean? It's like on one side we're complaining like, man, why is he fighting a real fighter, man? Blah 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 blah. But then at the same time we're entertaining it. So it's kind of what I mean. It's like, what do you expect him to do? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't fight a real fighter if you're going to entertain me fighting whoever. Anyways, why would I go that route?
And the funny thing is, if you heard Jake Paul versus Billy Johnson this Saturday, nobody's paying $1. Even if it was free on Netflix, the same way the Tyson fight was, I'm not seeing him fight Billy Johnson. I'm catching the highlights after and seeing if he actually won.
Hmm.
Yeah. Nobody wants to fight him though. Like
Nobody
the
wants to
people,
fight him, you said?
no, the professionals. No one wants to give him a fight because they don't think he's a real boxer. So the people that he's fighting are the only people that actually are accepting to fight him and use a contract. That's why I think now he just got his first official offer from a professional boxer to actually fight.
So when you say nobody wants to fight him, like, are you saying like name fighters or just in
Yeah,
general? Like,
professional fighters in boxing. They don't. Nobody has wanted to fight him. The people that he fighting are the only people he could find that want to fight him.
so are you saying nobody wants to fight him as far as like they don't respect him enough to fight
Yeah,
him, or they're
yeah.
not? Oh, okay,
They
gotcha,
don't
gotcha.
respect him. But I think they're also scared to get whooped by someone who's only had
That's
six
kind of
fights in his career.
that's kind of where I wanted to lead it to. I kind of feel like that, you can come on that angle of like, oh, you're not a real fighter, but like what you said, he's been training, bro. He's in shape. He's got boxing trainers. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you're Billy Johnson, the no name boxer, you're not getting paid no more than you're not getting paid no more than 100,000 a fight the circuit that you on. So a
He,
Jake Paul fight is gonna make the most sense.
my
I
bad.
think they were trying to get a fight with Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali. He turned that down.
Nico turned it down.
Yeah, he said he wasn't giving them the fight. Um, Nobody in UFC that's still in the UFC wants to fight him. Conor McGregor
Well, they
says he
can
wants to
anyway.
fight. Yeah, but
UFC
Conor
fighters can't
McGregor
fight
says
him.
he wants to fight him, but in the octagon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I
there's
don't
a lot
even.
of boxers who just don't are not accepting fights from. They don't respect him.
But you know what I find interesting though is that the thing that was holding people's attention was the fact that he was winning. You know what I'm saying? But then when he lost to
Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury,
And Tommy Fury is not even nice.
right?
No.
But I'm surprised that people are still infatuated. Let's just say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that. The thing is, it's the following that we are not privy to because we're not of that generation. But he's like one of the OG like YouTube stars. He was like a Disney Channel kid for a little bit. So he's like for the younger generation, they grew up with Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
literally seeing this dude pull this boxing thing out his ass, bro. Like he literally just decided I'm gonna start boxing and he really like kind of set the way for like influencer boxing, celebrity boxing type stuff. Like, and he really brought back boxing from the point of view of like what I was saying earlier. Like he's getting these people these paydays, bro. That Serrano fight.
Oh yeah.
We were not gonna get that fight in that capacity if it wasn't for Jake Paul.
Agreed.
And we witnessed one of the best, bro. That to me, dog, is one of the top 10 best fights I ever seen, and one of the top, probably like the top one worst robbery I ever seen.
Facts.
Like in the same breath, because dog, I could not believe it, bro. The way she whooped that chick with her freaking eyelid hanging off for the whole fight. And the chick got a point taken away for the headbutt, and she was clearly leading with her head the whole fight, bro. It was clear. It was not incidental. It was very clear. They showed it every time, bro. For her to eat, dog. I think that the eye got cut. What, fourth round or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
dog. And the way it got cut, I was like, she's done. I didn't even think they were gonna let her back in, bro.
Bro, it was a bad one.
They were ready to call.
Bro, it was flapping, bro.
Yeah, it was literally flapping,
dog. I could not believe it. That wasn't right, bro. That was not right. I can't believe. And the crazy thing is that all the judges gave it to Taylor, bro. Yeah. Every single judge gave it to Taylor by a point. How, bro?
Because they was in Texas with it,
dog. And that's another
Texas
thing, bro.
with it.
That Texas, them judges in Texas, bro. They're always ruining fights, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dog. Yo. I'm glad that you mentioned the Texas thing because it made me think about this, bro. Mauro Ronaldo, dog, the play-by-play guy for the fight.
Oh my god,
he does a lot of other fights and stuff, dog. He was in WWE for a little bit, and like he rubbed elbows the wrong way with people there, and he ended up leaving. It was a whole dramatic thing. And then he went back to like MMA and boxing or whatever. But the same thing that happened in WWE is like, it's just, dog, basically what I'm trying to say is this dude is whack, bro.
So whack.
I don't understand why they put him on these fights because he does a lot of events, bro. He be having the most corniest, overreaching metaphors. His energy just be weird. Like, he did not know how to handle that booth. Like, he wasn't, like, seasoned enough to guide Rosie Perez and Roy Jones the right way. Because, like, Roy Jones was saying a lot of good, insightful things. But, like, Mauro being the actual play-by-play guy, he should have been leading him in a way to, like, highlight the stuff he was saying and make him sound better than he did. Then he was, like, arguing with him about the Tyson biting his gloves thing. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Regardless if Tyson used to bite his gloves in his old fights or not, why are you trying to like adamantly stick to this on air with Roy Jones, bro? We don't want to hear Roy Jones get corrected on air, dog.
Right.
Have a little more sense for what you're doing, bro. I can't stand this guy as a play-by-play guy, dog. I hate him as a commentator, bro.
Yeah, it was tight corner to me too. We actually paused it and just left it on mute.
Bro,
Yeah.
yo, for real, bro. And he wasn't helping the situation of the inexperience of the panel, bro. He definitely wasn't. And he's a seasoned commentator, bro. I don't understand the appeal. I really don't, bro.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's the first time I really like shit on somebody on the podcast, and it's like a weird.
It was well deserving. It was well deserving.
It's like a weird choice, dog. But honestly, bro, it's just, I've been hearing this guy for years, and I just never liked his work, bro.
No, they should have brought my dog Jonathan Coachman out there.
Bro, literally, dog.
The coach.
Yo, coach. After this Vince McMahon thing happened, he had like a resurgence, and he's been doing mad like interviews and stuff. He's like got a podcast going now. Like
That's
he's been
what's up.
spilling mad WWE tea on the podcast. Like, all right,
I like Coach, man. Coach is dope.
He used to come out in that Kango, bro. Remember that?
Right.
The little
Then he had a little wrestling stint for a little minute.
Yeah. He's a funny guy, bro. But
I wonder
yo,
why they had Rosie Perez though. That came out.
it was
nowhere.
the Mike Tyson connection. She's really cool with Tyson.
Oh, that's very.
And
true.
supposedly
Very,
they'd heard
very
her
true.
talking like she had like a little guest spot in a fight where like she was like just part of the commentary for like a little piece of it. And that supposedly they liked her and they did like a test and they liked the test too and they ended up hiring her for it.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I don't think she was too bad. I just think she was lost. And like I said, bro, he didn't lead her the right way.
Nah, he was poor.
She's not seasoned. Like you gotta nudge her along. You gotta tell her things in between. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, bro. It was bad, bro. It was bad. But
Yeah,
Man,
Oh,
his
okay.
analogies was so ass, dog.
yeah, bro.
Like even bro, wifey don't even watch boxing like that. But she was watching that one with me, and she was just like, "Yo, he's mad lame." I'm like, bro, that's what we keep talking about in the chat. Like,
Bro, I was with
Buddy
like
is
two or three
trash.
people watching the fight, and everybody that I was with mentioned Buddy. Like that was like a sore thumb to them the whole time. Like, bro, what is this guy saying, dog? But yeah, man, I went down this little rabbit hole. Just you're familiar with Wallo, right? Wallo and Gilly, and like
Yeah.
a lot of the like emotionalness of Wallo, and these like heart to hearts he be having with different artists and stuff. One of the recent
that
ones,
BX
like the one
Plug
with
album
Young
has
Thug.
like three
not
or
yet.
four
Kodak.
Yeah,
sound takes on there.
which one?
That BX the Plug album I was talking about.
It has a few Wallo.
Yeah, takes on there.
I need to
recordings
listen.
and
So I
stuff.
only listen to like the first couple songs. I need to ride with that.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
He has a few of them on there.
But yeah, like you were saying, Quincy, he just had a heart to heart with Kodak Black. Just kind of let him know he needed to get his stuff together for his family, for his kids. He got too much to lose. And it kind of sent me down a rabbit hole randomly. And I was showing my wife like the video of him crying in Little Dirt, the video of him talking to Young Thug, the video of him crying when he met Sampha.
Yeah, that was a dope video.
And it just made me think, bro, like this guy is literally talking to all these dudes, you know, even the conversation he had with Young Thug, like he's talking to all these dudes as a guy that literally did 25 years in jail, bro.
Mhm.
25 years. Like he literally is telling you from the point of view of somebody that really been through the path you on.
Yep.
And he's telling you something from a point of view, like not his point of view, but your point of view as the rapper listening to him. You're already on with money.
Right.
Like you're on and you got bread. So he's not telling you this like he's telling you because you're a punk kid in the street and then you can come back with, you don't understand, you know, like I'm still in this, you know, like you can't even come back with that, bro. Like you're already out of the situation, bro.
Mhm.
So it's like, I was just looking at it and it's like, bro, there's literally a video of him with all these major rappers of him warning them of the stuff that they all got caught up in.
Yeah.
Lil Durk,
Crazy.
Murder for Hire plot.
Mhm.
Young Thug, Rico charge. Young Dolph, tragically murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about these things with these people, and you have direct experience and knowledge of what they're going through, and you're talking to them from a real place, and you have resources and they have resources, and they're still falling to the same things, bro.
Mhm.
Like, it's like one of those things that it makes you feel like it's just never gonna get better. Like some people are just hard-headed in that way. Some people just don't understand how to turn their lives around, and they just that's it, bro. Like they're
Yeah.
just on that, and they're just never gonna change. Like I was even just talking to my wife earlier about like a family member that ended up changing plans to like see other family members because of a grudge thing. And it's like an
Hmm.
older family member that it probably would have been the last time a lot of people would have seen them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's just thinking about that too, like, dang, bro, like some people just stick to these things and
Hmm.
it's just they know it's gonna lead them to their downfall and they just let it keep happening, bro.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's
Stubbornness.
yeah, bro. It's not really like anything like crazy to expand upon or like a big topic that I wanted to touch into, but it's just like an observation that I had, and it's just, bro, it's definitely like disheartening to see it keep happening, and like you're literally showing like, yo, there's a trap, like there's a sign, it tells you the trap's right there, like you even got signs like leading you to it, like almost like a road, like 5 miles away from the trap, 3 miles away from the trap, 2 miles
Hmm.
away from the trap, and they're still falling in the trap, dog. It's
Driving
just,
straight into it.
it's crazy, bro. It's nuts.
That's why they
But
say, man, the trap isn't a location. It's a mind
yep,
set. You know what I
you're
mean?
literally you're literally trapped, bro. And that's something that's funny, man, because like I hear that from a lot of people that I know that have sold, different, done different things and stuff. That it's like, even if you're making money, it's a life that like you can't part time it. You know what I mean? You can't just make your money and then okay, now let me do what I'm gonna do with my money and let me handle my business. No, bro, it's all inclusive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's you're in that life, and that life is what pertains to it. You know what I mean? And it's just, bro, it's crazy, man. Like, I guess it's just the hubris of a human that they think that they're gonna be the one to break it, or be the exception to the rule when they've got thousands of years of history to show you. Like, nobody wins this, bro. Crazy.
No, it's tough, and it'd be good as artists too. Like the people want to see succeed.
Yep. That they just want to see you live. Like, there's people that get this support where people just want to see them happy, living their best life, and they will pay them and be entertained by just seeing you living your life well, and you still don't do it, bro. Like, that's so crazy to me, dog. It doesn't make no sense, bro. And it's usually the people that garner that support that are that kind of person
Hmm.
that want to do the dumb stuff. You know what I mean? It's like almost exclusively everybody I know that has like a natural charisma, magnetism that people just want to rock with them. They're all knuckleheads, bro. It's crazy, dog. But on the good side of that, I haven't checked it out yet. But just from the knowledge that we all already have on Shine, I know y'all been seeing like that a documentary came out,
Hmm.
and more clips have been coming out of Shine talking about different things. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to actually watch that because I was a big Shine fan. I was a big fan of his album when he got out of jail, Godfather Buried Alive.
Hmm.
That is like a staple album for my homie that I mentioned that committed suicide.
Wow.
He was very like that was one of his joints. He loved that Shine Godfather
Yeah.
Buried Alive. And it came out around the time when me and him got close, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's like that album has a special place in my heart, even though I still like Shine from before that, but just that added that extra layer to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with Shine, bro, it was like he was a super dope artist. I was mad young, so like when he got arrested and that whole thing happened, I was like, I couldn't even believe that could happen to somebody famous like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you telling me he was like shooting people in the club? Like, this guy's a rapper. Like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? But as things have unraveled, and he's always maintained that he's always said, I'm not saying Diddy did it, but I didn't do it. And the lady
Yeah.
said that Diddy shot her. So he's like
Hmm.
saying it without saying it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it's like obviously this whole Shine thing is kind of capitalizing on the Diddy situation. He turned his life completely around, and he's been on the straight and narrow ever since. I mean, he's involved in the government in Belize, and he's been having a big hand in trying to drive tourism and kind of do different partnerships to bring more money to Belize. So he's a story of like kind of like Wallo and the rapper in one. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because he did the jail time and got the knowledge, but he was the rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of wanted to get y'all opinion of like Shine as an artist, what you remember of him when you were younger, and just like any overall thoughts on like the Diddy situation and just like the documentary if it's something that you're interested in.
Yeah, I only remember a little bit, man. I think his um, time in hip hop was pretty short, from what I
A little,
recall.
I think it was a little before your time as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I only caught like a little bit of it. But his story is definitely dope to me. I am excited to see the documentary just from kind of what I've been seeing already. Like, just the way he turned his life around is kind of the opposite of kind of like what we are prone to see from a hip hop artist. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, so it's really dope to kind of get that. It would be dope to get that backstory.
Yeah. And before Joe gives his take, I always found it funny that in Start From Scratch, Shine's verse, he starts by saying, if I could start from scratch, I'll sign the Def Jam. Nah, fuck am I saying? Puff's the best man. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
him
Yeah, I remember that
basically
now.
like doubling down before even all that stuff went down with Diddy, before he went to jail, before anything he had like a reflective moment in that song and still kind of doubled down that he would do it the same all over again. And it's just crazy seeing how everything unfolded because he could have signed to Def Jam. He could have signed, I believe, to Rockefeller. You know, basically every label wanted him, but he went to Bad Boy for a specific reason, which they talk about in the documentary, and I want to watch it. And it's
Mm.
just kind of crazy hearing him say that and seeing how it all turned out. Like it's just crazy, like how the things you say in songs really have like a bearing on like
Mm-hmm.
things how they happen, you know.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, I was always a Shine fan. I already knew that whole shootout shit was sus. And I never looked back at it just because it was kind of like dead and gone. And after he got released, he started doing something different. So he never tried to actually come back and rap about it and tell people about it. So now I think saving his story for now that Puff is culpable for so many other things, it's kind of perfect timing for him to share that story and gives everybody an opportunity to actually listen when maybe before everybody was going to be, wasn't too fond of um, just listening to people's side of the story without judging them. But
Hmm.
now, like I said, now because the situation Puff's in, I think is going to give it more credibility and everybody's going to actually give it a genuine listen and see what his story is.
So you, since you're like a little older and you were a little more aware during that time, like how do you kind of remember the whole shooting situation? You know, Shine, Diddy, J Lo. It was
It
a
was
whole
us. We
crazy
always
thing.
talked about we knew it wasn't Shine. We thought he was the fall guy. And it was because of the whole Diddy and J Lo being there, and of course they wasn't about to get in trouble. And then how right after that is pretty much when J Lo left Diddy. So just kind of like it made sense that it probably wasn't him. But like I said, nobody really told his side of the story that much
And
back
that
then.
infamous detail that Nas rapped about in a song that everybody always talks about is the way Shine and Diddy had different lawyers.
Yeah,
Diddy
for the
had his own
case.
lawyer for the case, and then
Yeah.
Shine got his. He didn't extend his lawyers or his team to Shine,
No.
Wow.
so
Yep.
he was definitely like the case was for him to protect him. It was clear with just the way the representation was that it
Hmm.
was it's us against him against the accuser. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly how it went down.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy what the clout and the money does as far as like getting you out of certain situations and making things kind of go away and people just ignoring it. And it's something we always talk about here, man. And we'll kind of like wind down with that. But you know, they always try to discredit certain people for not reaching certain heights.
Yeah.
And when they come out and say, "Oh, it's because I didn't want to take this route or do this," people are always like, "You just saying that because you couldn't be as big as X." You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that
Hmm.
comes
Hmm.
to mind to me is Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great following as far as a comedian, sells out shows, more infamous than famous, and people always like depending on if you're a fan or not, you might say, "Yeah, I feel like he's one of the best comedians," or you might say he's just a bitter comedian that's mad that Kevin Hart is big and he's not. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
there's a little truth in every side. You know, that some people. don't want to take a certain route to do stuff, and sometimes that route is the only way to get there. And and it kind of goes back to even like the WWE thing that we've been talking about, and we brought up Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon. It's like WWE, it's one thing. Like the NBA, it's one thing. MLB, it's one thing. NFL, it's one thing. You can't go to a comparable league of those things. You can't go to a
Yeah.
comparable thing. Like these things are working because they're making money. They got the engagement. They got the revenue, but you're basically putting yourself at the altar of whoever's at the head of this and whatever they feel is best for business.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, bro, like that's how everything works. Even the Jake Paul thing we're talking about. Why is Jake Paul fighting the way he is now? Because he's bringing in the money, he's garnering the interest, he's bringing in the revenue, so he can say, "Let's do a fight this way and make it." Why are you gonna put all this work in and do all this stuff to put a situation that you could put yourself in danger? Even John Jones said it recently, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the GOAT fighter. I've beaten everybody. Right now, the only thing I'm looking for is a super fight, a big payday. Why am I gonna
Yeah.
fight Tom Aspinall when nobody knows who he is?
Yeah.
He's a younger, hungrier fighter. He could maybe catch me and clip me and rock me and just bro, just that's it. My mystique is gone. My draw power is gone. I'm cooked. Why would I do that? And a lot of people don't like that, but a lot of people also understand it. It's like, bro, why is he gonna fight like a hungry up and coming guy when he already proved everything he had to prove, and he could really just,
Right it to the sunset.
preserve his legacy and make money on a super fight down the line.
Yep.
No, it's smart business decisions now. And same thing, people don't want to fight a YouTube fighter. This goes back to, that's the reason he's fighting who he can fight. And I don't think anybody outside of Mike Tyson at that age, with everything that's going on at that big of a stage, would draw in as much money as Mike Tyson did. I don't see an equivalent of that.
Yeah, facts. Super
I,
facts.
I will say though, I feel like in every industry now, the basis and respect of where it originated is being lost somehow. It's all about clout. You know what I mean? Like clout fills the seats. It's not the art. It's not the
we
you
in
know
the
what I mean?
content era, bro.
The
That's
content.
what it
Yeah,
is.
man. It's
The
weird.
content is king, and that's what leads everything, and that's where you get these random things happening because it's content. What's gonna garner interest? We was all watching that fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did not care. I did not care about the outcome, but there's just the emotional attachment to Mike Tyson from growing up made me say I'm gonna watch the fight and hope he wins, bro.
And it was
Facts.
And it was free, yeah. Because if I had to pay, there's no way I was
No.
spending $1 on that fight. I'll tell you that much.
facts.
It was definitely a good move, and Mike made 20 million. They said, and good for him.
I love that for him. Right.
Facts. But yeah, man. I just released a collab. People have been responding pretty well to it. I'm glad it's a different type of release for me. So I'm glad to see people was responding to it, and it's really just getting me prepared also for like the rollout. I just got the second batch of the mixes, looking like we at the approval stage
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of the stuff. I got some other stuff sent off to mix as well. I actually recorded a song last night that Freddie liked so much he wanted it right away to send it
To
to
get it
mix.
mixed. Nice.
He was telling me today, like, bro, like every time I open that folder, you adding so many songs that it's like making me like reshuffle my plans because I'm like, oh, let's do it with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, it's definitely a dope energy behind everything. And like I've been saying, bro, my whole year was slowed down by opening the salon, but I'm really just like setting up the slingshot to really, get back on my thing in 2025. So I'm excited, bro.
Mhm. That's what's up, man. I feel like that's kind of where I'm on the precipice of my little, like kind of how you was with the salon joint, like kind of how I am after the wedding and bouncing back with my career and stuff like that. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Like things have just slowed down as well.
Yeah. And even just going back to like the content era, bro, like it makes you feel like you got to be on your thing all the time, like and always in a good situation and always doing
Right.
something new and dope and exciting. And sometimes you just got to remove yourself from that algorithm and just be on some like, all right, let me focus on me because at the end of the day, bro, you like we always say, bro, you put your phone down, it don't matter no more because it's not in your face and it's not even going on in your
Mm-hmm.
vicinity. So
Yep.
sometimes we need to just refocus and recharge to just come back with a new energy.
Facts.
Agree.
But yeah, Joe, what you got going on, my guy?
Not man. Just I'm finally excited to go through my Serato library and get all my songs organized. That's what I've been doing.
The Serato
Um,
library is basically like the DJ resource of like all of the songs that you have at your disposal for your mixes and stuff like
yeah.
that, right?
So it's crates. Just like a DJ goes around with different record crates, and different crates have different records in them. So if you want like your hip hop records here, or your throwback records here, your R&B records here, so you're able to make crates with. So you have your entire library, and then you have different crates of
Yeah.
particular groups of songs that you want in there, and they have like smart crates in there. So I'm able to do it by genre, by time, whether it's early 2000s. I'm able to do it by artist.
Have you been
Uh,
diving into these AI features as far as the DJing goes? I know that you've been tapping into the stem separation in
mhm.
Serato, where you can just have a file of a song. Just for the people that don't know, you could just have a file of a song with all the layers in it, like just one file. Just imagine somebody
Yep.
gave you a painting and the computer was able to separate the layers of the painting, like take out the person, take out the background, take, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Hmm.
basically what Serato's doing with AI, which is something that you couldn't do before, and it used to be so hard to find the stems, which are basically like all the audio, different audio files for music, because it wasn't readily available. This is stuff
Yep.
that they're, putting together in the studio. They're not putting out the layers of the song for people to consume. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
definitely a game changer. But aside from that AI feature, what have you been tapping into anything else?
Yeah. The smart crates. It's pretty much AI. So it's kind of like you set values. So like songs that contain this, that's this genre, has this artist, and is a remix, and it automatically groups all those types of songs in the crate for you.
Dope.
So that's what I mean. I didn't really. I did 4,000. I put 4,000 songs in crates last night, and there's no way I would be able to do that manually. That was all auto generated by those values that I set for each smart crate, which is all AI stuff.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's definitely where AI shines, man. It's definitely where it shines. I want to get more into, maybe next week we'll get into AI and aliens. There's been a
Yeah,
lot on both fronts lately, and we can definitely do another deep dive. We're due for a tinfoil hat episode. It's been a
facts. And
minute.
I feel like you're the only one who doesn't care about it.
Yo, I went to the studio. It's funny you said that. I went to the studio last night, and the two dudes that I was in a session with, shout out to Mike and my boy JJ. Um, when we were outside in the smoke break, bro, we were talking, and then I was like, "Yo, y'all heard about that congressional hearing on the UAPs?" And neither of them had heard about it, bro. So I pulled up like a little 5 minute video that was like just a lot of the stuff crunched in one. Dog, they were like, "What?" Like they couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, "Yes, you guys have a human response to this. Thank the Lord." But we'll
Yeah,
we'll, we'll
yeah.
dive
Well,
into that
I'll
next
save
week.
it. We'll save it for next week.
Stay
Butterina.
butter, butter, butter.